Welcome everybody one more time to the Wessex resin stand. We manufacture West System Epoxy, we manufacture ProSet Epoxy, we manufacture the Entropy Epoxy brand, and actually this year we're celebrating our 50th anniversary of the West System brand. So it's really nice to talk to all of you. It really is a privilege to be in the company of James Newman. James is a great guy who we've had an immense amount of collaboration with over the last few years on some of the products that he's manufacturing, and he really does come from a fascinating background. He's actually worked on Concorde and for British Airways in the aerospace division, generally at Heathrow, so it's really great of him to come here. But what I'd like to ask him is just to tell us a bit about the company and the kind of things that you're making, that you can tell us, because I know there's a number of things that are quite secret.
Thank you very much, Dave. So I started J-TEC in early 2015. I was still employed at British Airways at the time, involved in a sponsorship of quite a large project. Since then, the company's grown publicity and is growing. I met you guys at NEC. That would have been end of 2015, and basically I was there researching new processes and procedures that I haven't been using in aviation, specifically the resin infusion process. It's the first time I've been to the NEC for the Advanced Engineering show. It's a huge show, a lot of stands, a lot of information available. I found that we just clicked when we met at that stand, and the information that you guys were willing to forward to me, it's been fantastic, and it's stayed that way ever since. Very much appreciated it, and the products, there's a nice range of products that you do offer, so it kind of caters for eventualities that I'm looking for in solving some of my problems in delivering a product to my customer. So
That's great, James. I know that generally it's all automotive products, isn't it, that you're manufacturing. Can you tell us a little bit about the kind of customer that's buying from you?
Yeah, that's correct. So mostly automotive products, reproduction of historic vehicle components, reducing weight, and customizing. So creating a new version of an old product. So mostly, as I said, mostly automotive. I can actually discuss a little bit more about it. I did speak to one of my clients yesterday about this, which I've been told to keep quiet over the last couple of years. It's been a long project. It's almost 3 years now. So we're looking to hopefully have that product next year. A lot of mold making, a lot of product development, component development, but for a Porsche 964. And it's not far off the whole car really, so a lot of ProSet in there, doors, bumpers, boots, bonnets, sills, seats are coming soon, not specifically for that project. That's something I've been doing on the side recently. The mold's just been finished, but again that is automotive. There's a little bit of aviation still in the background, but tooling mostly, for autoclave tooling. But yeah, like I said, mostly automotive. Would like to do a bit of marine. It interests me. It's in my family background, marine, from my father. But I haven't, apart from my first composite project, actually, was a marine-based project. And I was for school, I remember it. It was a 1 metre long radio-controlled boat. Put a little model engine in it. It was ridiculously fast. I think it ended up in a cornfield, actually. It went a bit out of control, but that is my main, the beginning of my composite experience was that boat, and then it quickly went into aviation, and then from now onwards it's looking very much so automotive, but don't rule out a bit more marine in the future.
Well, actually, everybody in the audience, you'd be happy to know that we're always offering James new little projects that come up that are actually in boat building. So watch this space for what you're doing. What for you, James, is the most fascinating part of what you do? Design, engineering, or construction?
I enjoy the whole process right from the beginning to the end. The most fascinating, rewarding part of that process is the final outcome when you deliver a product that works for the customer and you see their face and it does what they want it to do. But the challenge is, I love a challenge. You know, I'm working 10 or 12 hours a day, but my day doesn't end until my head hits the pillow, really, because there's things constantly going through my mind on how I can solve the problems. But that I kind of thrive on that challenge. So that's it.
What's the effect with the quality of your parts on, with the use of our products?
I have used other people's products at the beginning, and I did have some issues. So that's one of my main reasons for visiting the NEC when we first met. But the level of, since using your product and the level of support, the technical assistance has been fantastic. It's off the scale. It's totally better than anything I've received from anybody other of the products that I used in the past. And for that, you know, it's huge and important to my work, you know, to deliver. So I know that any working day I can pick up my phone and I've got about 3 or 4 phone numbers on there of you or your team, and I'm going to get an answer straight away if I need it. So, and that to me, that's hugely valuable. So very much appreciated.
What's the next exciting thing for J-TEC Composites?
Obviously, the Porsche project coming out next year, that's going to be an exciting time. A lot of it's been on videoed and photographed, so I think there'll be a launch video, which will be fantastic. I've got a product range I'm working on myself. Not many people know about it yet. I'm not going to disclose what it is, but it's exciting. It's something I've never done before. It's not marine, it's not aviation, it's not motorsport. It's something entirely new. It will be your product in there, infusion, and some your adhesives. So very much looking forward to releasing that. My website is a bit in need of a bit of attention at the moment, but we're working on that before that release. That's the main goal for the next sort of 12 months, really. Well, going back to the plan for the next best thing, the exciting things in the business is I've only been established in the workshop I'm in now for about 6 months. But now I'm settled in. I've just cleared most of my backlog because it did back up a bit, and now I can focus on those new products, new ranges, new projects. But next year, the Porsche project mainly, my project, and there's a few other little jobs in there. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to talk about them in the future, but hopefully I'll come to something that I can discuss.
I'd just like to take your mind back, James, to a couple of years ago when you very kindly joined me on a visit to Spain on a consultancy basis to go and offer support to a couple of really high-end yacht builders out there. What was your first impression of the boats that we went round to see?
Yeah, thanks. I remember the trip very well. There's the TP52s, and my knowledge of these vessels is virtually nil, but the composite work that I saw in the conditions, it was just it was mind-boggling. It was stunning. The turnaround times that they were achieving for the build was unbelievable, and the quality of the build looked fantastic. Yeah, really, really impressive, stunning. So.
We also had a most excellent paella while we were there, so it was really good fun, wasn't it?
And not forgetting the rectangular egg.
Oh yes, I nearly forgot. So James, where can all these lovely people that have visited us today, where can they find out more about J-TEC and what you do? I know you said your website's under construction. Other sources of social media?
There is a website. It's pretty poor at the moment. We are working on it. Biggest restriction I've got on my website is because a lot of the work I've been doing over the last couple of years is restricted. So the photo content, I'm heavily, my hands are tied at the moment. But hopefully in time, when the projects come out next year, then those will be able to be released and they'll become quite important part of my website and what we do.
That's really great. It's a great privilege to have James with us today, because we seriously have a great friendship through business, and all of these are important things that really lift your working day. And it's a joy to talk to James when he picks up the phone. So it's a great privilege. Thank you so much, James, for coming with us today. If you want to find out anything else about our products, we have huge online content via Instagram, Facebook, YouTube videos. In fact, these interviews will come out next week and they'll be available on YouTube for you to watch. And also, a huge source of epoxy content and resource is an online magazine that we call Epoxy Craft. It's free to subscribe, and it's also free to unsubscribe. Totally non-commercial. It's full of really, really good, hard topic about using epoxy, case studies, customers' experiences. It's a really, really good read. So thank you very, very much for listening, and thank you again, James.